Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. This is your sign that a breakthrough is coming into your life. Something is awakening. And I want to remind you that you have to see yourself becoming great. You have to look up for something. You know that you feel the most excited when you're expecting something good to happen. Now start expecting your life to become great. Raise your standards and leave behind the version of yourself you don't tolerate to be anymore. It's one choice that can majorly transform your life. And this is something truly big. So for today's video, I'm sharing with you a painting called The Liberation, the Freedom Bird. And this painting represents that spirit that awakens in a person who decides to use his or her gift for firstly improving his or her life, but eventually improving the life of others. And that is something truly profound that a person can do. And you can do it too, because you have something within you. But firstly, you need to see yourself becoming great. We've all been programmed to believe that there's something wrong with us, especially if you're a more sensitive person. Many people believe that if you're sensitive, that you're weak. But if you're sensitive, you're more connected with life. So you're in a sense more alive than others, right? If you sense more life, you are more alive. And therefore it means that you are more in tune with life, and therefore you can channel life through you. But you need to see it as a gift. And for that you need to see yourself being great, right? Not being weak, not being a victim, not being the broken one, but being the great one. You are the great one. And you need to see yourself that way, right? Some time ago, I wrote a poem that is kind of resonating with today's message, so I will read it to you again. It goes like this. You're the one that has been through a lot, but proudly shows wounds of the battles. The one that did wrong things but learned. The one that says yes to life and no to robbers of life. The one that has been bitten by wrongdoings but used right ones as stepping stones towards freedom. The one that has been projected with insecurities but found security in the fire of inspiration. The one that the world told you to quit, but you did what felt right. You had no path in front of you, so you paved one. You had no courage, so you gave birth to it. You knew the truth, but you forgot it, so you've learned it again. You're not the motivated one, so you move because you have to, because the sun is shining for you, and your responsibility is to feed the seeds of your deepest dreams like the sun feeds your skin. You conquered your demons by loving them so much that their sorrows transmuted into flowers of lovely thoughts. You did it. You're the brave one, and for that, I celebrate you. And that is a powerful one, and I'm proud of that. So, at the end of this poem, I said that you conquered your demons by loving them so much that their sorrows transmuted into flowers of lovely thoughts. What it means, because this is a powerful saying. It basically means that we recognize our inner demons, we recognize our wounds, we recognize our fears, we acknowledge them, we identify them. We don't run away from them. And of course we go step by step. Like at this point of your life, something may be bothering you. Like there's a part of yourself you may not like. Like there's something about you that you may not accept. Like it may be hard to accept like this being a part of you. Like maybe you don't like how you're communicating with others, or the lack of social skills, or the lack of skills of self-expression. Or you may be lacking courage for doing what you would love to do, or whatever it is. Those are the things that can be managed, but your inner demons are holding you back from working on improving those parts of you. You're actually working on shaping the character. You're not improving yourself, you're forming your character, right? Your personality. Personality is like a tool through which we express our soul. But if we are not aware that we are carrying personality, we are playing the character, we may feel identified by everything we are, everything that happened to us, and that's why people feel victimized by life. Something hurt us, we've been traumatized, and we get identified by those traumas, by those fears, by those angers and frustrations. And that's why it's so hard for you to move forward, because you're holding to a story that is making you believe that you are that way. But you're not that way. Something happened to you. So it would taught you something you needed to know back at that time. But back at that time you didn't had the right knowledge to understand what happened, so your brain made up a story. And it's time for you to change it, right? And when I said to love your demons so much means that you firstly accept yourself, because self-acceptance leads to self-love. Self-acceptance leads to self-love. And how can one accept himself? Well, if you just schedule a time in your day when you will be with yourself, when you will be just with yourself, you can sit down, you can lay down, and you can just connect with your body and feel your body. Like maybe you're saying some fear, maybe you're saying some anger, maybe it may be hard for you, maybe you start crying when you do that. It's okay. Crying is a natural form of healing. So whatever you sense, try to feel in what area you feel it. Can you identify the form of that emotion? Like what's the shape of that emotion? What kind of color would you give to that emotion, to that sensation, whatever it is? And just try to feel it without judging it, without judging yourself. Just try to feel it. What will happen eventually, a part of it will be released because you're not judging yourself anymore. When we're judging ourselves, we're suppressing the pain. We're pushing the pain deeper into ourselves. But once we stop judging ourselves, we actually listen what that part of us has to say. And suddenly we notice that because of a long time of suppression, we never took time to actually listen what truly happened, what we truly feel, what is going on within us. And because we never took time to listen, we have never been able to understand what this part of us is saying to us. And that's when you start loving yourself. You see, when a hurt person comes to you, crying, and it just needs some attention, maybe he or she needs a hug. What would you give to that person? You would give a hug, you would give some love, and that's what you give to yourself. That's when you start loving your demons. And that's where your inner demons transmute into flowers of lovely thoughts. You start what we call nurturing self-compassion. And that is a beautiful act. That's something beautiful you can give to yourself. You will be forever grateful to yourself for doing that kind of a work, because you're doing the work of a healer. And that's when you will start to see yourself being great. That's when you will start to see yourself like you're rising out of your sorrows. You're becoming the person you're meant to be, the version of yourself you're meant to be to live a life of fulfillment. And you will start to wonder, like, what gives me a sense of fulfillment? What gives me a sense of joy? What gives me a sense of meaning in my life? Maybe reading books, maybe drawing, painting, writing, making songs, making music, playing a guitar, or maybe a piano, maybe telling stories, maybe connecting people. Usually empaths are the ones that connect the best possible people together. Those are the people who are building communities. Those are usually highly sensitive people. You see, at some point we discover that for the whole time there was fire burning within us. But because of all that pain, we had no access to it. Once we've accepted the pain, it transmuted into easiness, right? It's a long process, but we need to start somewhere. And each baby step brings us closer to where we want to be. So, my friends, I just wanted to remind you that you are beautiful, that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're a work in progress. You're healing. You're moving forward. And sometimes you will feel stuck, and sometimes you will feel down, and sometimes you will be afraid. But know that every single time you pause, you listen to yourself, you take a break, you take time for self-care, whatever you need, you make sure that you're living a healthy life, you're eating right, you're drinking enough of water, you're sleeping right, you're thinking right. If you take care of those 4 main pillars, you will feel right. And you will find new energy that will help you to move forward. Write your thoughts down. Write down what right now you feel that is holding you back. Identify what right at this moment you feel that is holding you back, and write it down. And see what can you do about it. You don't have all the answers to all your problems, but one step at a time. Identify what you think that is holding you back right at this moment. And don't rush anything. Often people feel stuck because they want to do 100 different things at one time, right? You want to start a new project, you want to read a new book, you want to start a new course, you want to talk with that coach, you want to do that meditation, you want to do that workout, you want to do that yoga, and because there's too many things, you do nothing. Is that you? Because often people write me that are like that. I was like that as well. So I needed to schedule my life a little bit, to organize my mind. Those are the signs of unorganized mind. It's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you need to work on organizing your mind. You have a creative mind. That's a gift. If you're like that, you are highly creative. Do you know that you're highly creative? You could actually use that gift for creating wonders on the world. But you need to organize your mind a little bit. You need to set the priorities. Like, if you want to work out and do yoga and meditate and learn and read that book and whatever, set priorities right. Firstly, I will do a workout. After a workout, I will have a higher level of dopamine and serotonin in my brain. I will feel more alert, more focused. A great time to read a book. After reading a book, I will study that course. After studying that course, I will focus on my project. After working on that project for however minutes, I will go at my job, my work, whatever. Then I will take care of my family, and I will make a plan for tomorrow, and tomorrow I will do this, and this. Schedule things a little bit. You will see. Some are more organized, but maybe less connected. Some are more connected, more spiritual, but less organized. We need to find our weaknesses as spots that require improvement or healing or organizing. Whatever it is, you see, we need to look at ourselves as Alchemists had that great saying, you need to look at your body as a laboratory. You look at your body as a laboratory where you're practicing and trying different things and working on improvement, on errors, on things that doesn't work right, doesn't function right. You're constantly trying different things and methods with a great order, and eventually you will see what works and what doesn't work, and eventually you will become more organized and you will improve so much, because suddenly you will transform a weakness into a strength. You will be able to transform what was before unknown into a known gift. You will be able to see what was before fear and maybe shame or guilt into strength. That's why alchemy, the wisdom or knowledge of ancient alchemy is so profound in any time. So, my friends, this is it for today. You need to see yourself becoming great, because you are great. You're already great. But you need to have something to look up for. So, my friends, I love you all. I hope you found today's painting inspiring. I hope you found some value in today's message. I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and power. Thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. Till next time, one love.